Well, we've got JJ Singleton here, who's a 34-year-old terminal cancer patient. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. A little bit of a long weekend and had some chemo yesterday, but we're making it today.
What would you say is the most difficult part of living with terminal cancer?
Knowing the fact that this is my life, that I'm going to be on treatment the rest of my life unless some major breakthrough happens, and just dealing with the accumulating side effects of the treatment and the never knowing if it's going to stop working.
Why take the treatment if it's so bad?
Because I'm not ready to die yet. Like when I was going through my first chemos that didn't work, it came down to a clinical trial or going to hospice. And I decided right there I did not want to go to hospice and just die. So I'm going to do whatever I can to stay here as long as I can.
And this clinical trial that you took, what was it exactly?
At first, it was a immunotherapy drug that was able, instead of just killing everything like chemo did, it allowed my immune system to attack the cancer. And it's worked good enough to keep it from spreading. Like it'll never kill all my cancer or cure me, but it keeps it from spreading throughout my body like it was doing on chemo.
So how did you first discover in the first place that you had cancer?
I was a 27-year-old typical man going to work and had some pain in my abdomen and thought it was because I pulled a muscle working out, and I was too stubborn to go to the doctor until it got so bad that you could see the tumor throbbing through my skin in my stomach.
What was your reaction when you found out that it was indeed cancer?
Because it was a colorectal cancer, and I was like, I'm way too young for this. This is what I hear my grandpa's supposed to have. How can I have it at 27?
That's the thing. Was there a lot of disbelief at the start?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, and it really took a couple months until we figured out it was a genetic mutation that caused me to have it that we had no idea that my family had.
Yeah. Now, it's only recently, isn't it, that you've started talking about your experiences. What made you want to come out, if you like, and share your story?
For the first 5 years, I was total like a tunnel vision, closed off to the world. And then I got asked to join this new group called Man Up to Cancer by one of my friends. And it's a group just for men to help you. It gives us a safe space to express our, fears and emotions. And that, along with finally accepting I needed help and going to a therapist, allowed me to see that even a small southern kid from a town of a couple thousand can have an impact.
And what's the feedback been like? Have you helped people in a similar situation?
Yeah, it's been crazy. Like I joined that, and then I filled out an application to become an ambassador for another organization, and it just has kept rolling since then, to where I did a video for this YouTube production earlier this year, and I'm getting messages from all over the world saying about how that video has impacted their day.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it helps a lot, especially like on days like today where I had chemo yesterday and I could have easily just rolled over in bed and been okay to not get up and do anything. It gives me the purpose and, acceptance that I am making a difference even through this battle.
I suppose the treatment has its own side effects and makes you feel ill, but if that wasn't there, how ill would you be? I mean, do you feel like you're dying?
There is days where I feel like something's wrong. Like I don't feel like I'm on death's door anymore like I have been in the past. Yeah. But there's certain days where I'm like, okay, it's still taking a toll on my body, just the random things that'll pop up here and there. And then you add the treatment side effects to it, which are accumulating quick.
What kind of things pop up?
Just where I'm not able to do stuff anymore, and like I have these more pains throughout my body, just where the body is working so hard to fight the cancer. It's like recovering from the flu, except I'm recovering 365.
Yeah. On Instagram and social media in general, you've put up selfies called the Strong Arm Selfie. What is that about?
That is a part of the organization that I was an ambassador for called Fight CRC. A member and one of my heroes called Mike Mancini, he started that to show that even through the battle of cancer, you could still work out and be strong. And now on social media, every time you do that and tag Strong Arm Selfie and Fight CRC, a group of organizations donated $1 to colorectal cancer.
Wow, that's great. So the more likes and the more people who post these selfies, you're going to raise a lot of money.
And especially during March, because that's Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month.
Have you done everything you've wanted to do to raise awareness about colorectal cancer, or is there still a lot to be done, do you think?
There's still so much to be done. Like, I'm taking an interest in helping people understand break the stigmas against clinical trials, that you're not a lab experiment, and show people that colorectal cancer can happen in young kids. Yeah. And then especially the mental health, and especially with men, because there's still such a stigma around getting help, and mental health with men is where I would really want to do things.
Is it quite a hard cancer to detect maybe compared to others, especially because there is perhaps you don't think you're going to get it if you're quite young?
Yeah, that's the best way to detect colorectal cancer is getting your colonoscopy, but most people can't get that unless they have family history until 45. Yeah. So we're working on that. We go to Washington, D.C. every year to talk to the Congress and government to try to get them to lower the age and do more research to help.
Yeah. Well, where are we able to keep up to date with you?
The best way to follow my journey is my Instagram, JJ5145, or just Facebook, JJ Singleton. And I post pretty much where I'm going, traveling, and the ups and downs of life with cancer.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for coming on today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.